Well, good morning. It's about 9:30 on Sunday morning. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. This is William Williams Philippines, and it is Sunday, March 9th, 2025. And it snowed yesterday. Got a bunch of snow all in the yard, about 3, 5 inches, depending on where. I think I got about 3.5. Had to scrape my car off so I could drive to work last night. Then I get home this morning and I realize somebody done went and drove through my yard from my neighbor's house. Yeah, tracks in the snow. Yeah. People wonder, why I think that most people just don't understand the world. Bucket loader and drop a car on their roof, return it. I don't know. Life goes on. We're supposed to be civilized, right? Well, it sure doesn't seem like it much anymore. And people wonder why I want to go find a nice quiet place, side of a mountain or on a beach, and just chill out. It's not really the noise. Everywhere's noisy some way or another. I mean, it is what it is. Noise. It happens. Anyway, I saw something I haven't seen in, oh gosh, a long time. Uh, my the freezer on top of my refrigerator has been getting kind of low. So I did something, I do on a fairly regular basis, and I went and started pulling stuff out of my chest freezer. I actually saw about a 6 by 6 inch section of the bottom of my chest freezer today. I don't know how long it's been since I saw that. 5 years? Something like that. It's been a while. Uh, it's just me, and I have a pretty full chest freezer. At least I did. And for the last year, I've been eating out of it, adding to what I do. I still probably got easy. I need not to buy any more meat. Anyway, I pulled about 2, 3 weeks worth of food out of it and filled my freezer on top of the refrigerator. And I got a good 2 weeks out of it, maybe three, depending on how much I get into it. Pulled out a uh, Boston butt pork roast and a what do you call it? A corned beef brisket. Yeah, that's a lot of food on those two. That's for when you're trying to feed a bunch of people. And I've been doing eating more, you know, been eating more roasts lately, and having several meals in a row being roast. Because, well, usually I don't eat roasts. I mean, I love them, and I got a couple of them, and over the years I've added a few and stuck them in there, and well, yeah. So now I'm eating roast more often because I got to get my chest freezer empty. Yeah. So I got a pork roast in there I'm going to have to try and cook up. I'm thinking I might put it through the air fryer and try it there. Uh, just because, well, want to see. Put it on low and slow. Well, not really that low or that slow, but yeah, try and cook it because it's got a lot of fat in it. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Haven't got that far yet. It's a brick of frozen meat right now. Uh, Same thing with the uh, oh, corned beef brisket. Big chunk of meat. I don't know about you, but I can eat a pound of beef pretty easy. But 4 pounds? No. 6 pounds? No. That's a couple days of work right there, or eating right there. But that's okay. I'll get it out. I've got it out. It's in the freezer on top, and one's in the refrigerator thawing. I'll have something interesting to eat when it comes down to my next day off, Wednesday. I think I'm actually going to try to put it in the uh, air fryer uh, Tuesday night. Let it cook for about an hour and a half on low and slow, and then let it sit there overnight and come home, finish it off, uh, and have dinner. That sounds like a good plan. Anyway, uh, yeah. Saw Dan's little ride. Have a great day through parts of Kentucky. Yeah, that's where my ex is. That's one of those places that just y'all can keep it. Yeah. Uh, don't get me wrong. I remember it. It was beautiful. Nice land. Lots of green. I'm in the panhandle of Texas. We don't got a lot of green. And if we do, it usually dries up real quick and becomes yellow. And oh, that might be why they call it Amarillo. Am I yellow? uh, yeah. But today it's out there. It's not yellow. It's white. Snow everywhere. Tired of the snow. I'm ready to go. Uh, trying to do some juggling as to a flight from here, a hotel there, and then an Uber to another hotel because I'm gonna have to have one that can carry me over to uh, the airport. I have one that can pick me up at the airport, and I have one that can drop me off at the airport, and I can take an Uber between the two. So yeah, uh, but that's okay because on that day I get to swing by a law office because, well, don't we all just love having lawyers? It is what it is. Yeah, take care of those important parts. Hey, Kelly, if you ever see this, I doubt he will. But anyway, life goes on. But yeah, sometimes we just got to take and plan things out and set them up the way they go and just accept what happens. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to live my life as more peaceful. Even when something like the idiots driving through my yard, they just ain't worth dealing with. They're not worth the stress. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I'd have probably tried to do something about it. Now, well, still have the flash through the memory. but it's better not to go there. Otherwise, I'd have a lifetime of throwing people off the roof, and that's just too much bloody work for a day. I'm old. I just want to go and enjoy a beach. My work will be cranking the reel in, tossing it out there, and occasionally rebaiting or dragging one in and saying, "Well, there's more bait than dinner." I'm okay with that. But yeah, we make our choices as to what we do. As we grow up, we get more understanding that, yeah, ain't going to do any good to get mad at them. They're not going to learn. You can't force somebody to open their mind up and think. And being that I'm not a brain surgeon, I'm probably not the one that should be working on their brain. I work here, 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 and there. That's my department. I deal with it. Not trying to worry about other people. But on occasion, I do have that moment I would just love to fix something. Break out the toolbox and go to work. Uh, but again, I'm not a brain surgeon and my tools are not for surgery. Well, we can grow up, learn, let go, let God deal with it. Better to be. It's better to be at peace than it is to be at war. We have enough problems in the world. We don't need to be creating more fights. That's why I try not to go deal with other people. This here is about as. I get on here and I put this up, and I'm talking basically to some family and friends, and then some folks from the internet, get to catch it. This is kind of a piece of me building me, putting me out there in another way. Like I said, I had somebody show up and say, "Hello, you're that YouTube guy." But yeah. And that was kind of disturbing in one way, but also a growth moment for me. I'm learning to be better with strange people uh, that have an idea of who I am. Most folks just know me as, the guy behind the counter in the middle of the night. The people I talk to there are just basically job related. This is kind of another way of getting to talk to people, but it also puts it out there for some of the folks, some of the family. Not many of them, but there's a few. And I even have a couple friends that watch on occasion. So, yay. I am trying to get better with dealing with people. And it's not easy. I really don't like being out in public. It's kind of part of the reason I took the job as a night auditor. It put me out there where I'm meeting new people on a more regular basis to force me to get used to the idea of meeting people on a more regular basis and trying to get to know people well enough to say, "Hey, my friend." Not many, but a couple. Like I said, I don't just say "my friend" to folks real fast. It takes me a while. So yeah. Something else I'm going to have to try to get used to when I get to the Philippines. Everybody over there just says, my friend, all the time. Uh, I don't know. Anyway, it's a nice bright day out there once the gloom cleared off and everything is bright and shiny because all the white fluffy stuff on the ground. It's a fairly bright day. It's just cold and miserable wet. I don't like it wet. I don't like cold. I'm ready to get my toes into some sand and just find the beach I want to be the bum of. I can hear a couple of them calling me from over there. I just don't know what island they're on yet. Anyway, trying to figure out the scheduling on this. Get here, do this, get there, do that. Get on a bird and fly away. I'm still kind of leery of airplanes. Have you seen what all's been going on with airplanes lately? And then some girl from the Philippines was doing a show, Terry something, I think it is. Anyway, she was doing a show and they're talking about the batteries. They're getting real strict on keeping you to the limit on batteries because, an airplane caught on fire because of a lithium ion battery. Yeah, it's not good. And I don't know why. If you know something's having a problem and you know it's doing this, why don't you get rid of it, get it taken care of? I don't know. I pay attention to my batteries. I charge them up, keep them going, and maintain them as best I can. And when they start getting to the low end, they sure ain't going to tote that thing around anymore. They don't get, they don't have, they don't hold the charge right. They're getting bad. Take care of them. Places to recycle them. Yeah. I've been looking at, I was going to build a battery bank from the little, what are they, 1860, something like that, batteries they use for computers, laptop batteries, the older ones that, came in a removable one. They'd put 6 or 8 of them together and make a battery for a laptop, or 3 or something like that. Yeah. I was going to take and build one of those and got the parts, everything, and I probably have, I don't know, 50 or 60 of those batteries here somewhere. I know they're here somewhere. Still trying to find everything and get rid of it. But yeah, was going to make a battery to go as a portable setup for my radio. So I could have a little ham radio in a can kind of thing. Put it in a 20 millimeter box and crank the lids down on it and seal it up. Carry it somewhere, pop it open, run an antenna wire, and turn it on and start broadcasting. Didn't get that far with it though, with batteries. And then, yeah, I had a moment of, a ride to the hospital, and yeah, that was an interesting day. That's why I've been trying to be more active, get my health better, actually pay attention and do what the doc says. I don't like doctors. Don't like lawyers either, but I've got them. It is what it is. Anyway, I hope you all have having a real good weekend. Lots of food, lots of friends, lots of family, and again, more food. I believe in that stuff. I find it kind of hard. I got all this cast iron. It's what I want to ship over there is cast iron. Because, hey, cooking, food, I'm strange that way. I like cooking. Not so much to cleaning up afterwards, but I do that good. But I love cooking. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm Williams, Philippines. Hope you've had a blessed weekend. And I'm fishing. Hey, fish is out.